350Z was one of my friends brought a 2003 Nissan 350Z. It was just a two-seater. It took it back in the days like the 240Z. It was just nice, sporty. I'm a big Nissan guy, and that caught my eye, and I fell in love with it. My name is Eric Adame. My nickname is Pugs. I drive a 2007 Nissan 350Z HR. My first memory was when I was about 5 years old. I used to always play with my Hot Wheels, and then my mom bought me a carpet with the little streets and little houses. I used to always grab all my Hot Wheels, put them all at the mechanic shop and hang out right there, and then put all my Hot Wheels away at the end of the day and then start all over again the next day. And that was my first memory. That's when I knew I liked cars. I first started working out Nissan's with next door neighbor. His name is Picho. He drives a 1972 240Z with the RB26 in it. I didn't even know him. I would just walk over there and try to help him out with wrenching away tools. I didn't even know nothing about tools. I didn't know nothing about cars. I just asked him if he could do me a favor and teach me a couple of things about cars, because I used to always see him going up and down the street with this SR20 and his RB26s, and I used to love that. Like, I used to love everything about that whole lifestyle. The reason I actually bought my 350Z was because I blew the motor off my 240, so I had to buy a nice reliable car. So in my head, I thought a 510 would be the perfect car, you know? But my dad actually, he didn't think it was reliable enough, so he actually made me sell it, and he told me that he would help me buy a new car. He actually co-signed for me and did me that huge favor. That same day, me and my buddies went out to LA races. I raced my buddy with the Cobra, beat him, raced my buddy with the 350Z, got him too. So after that, my whole plan wasn't to fix up the car. It was just to keep it stock, fix up my 240 again. But I don't know, I just kept on winning races and winning races. So I just wanted to see what else can I do to the car. I installed some intakes, installed some test pipes, and then from there it just took off. And I don't know, I'm on a whole different level now, and it's a good feeling, like, to be known as one of the fastest 350Zs in SoCal, so I love that feeling. When I'm driving my Z, I roll down the windows. I like listening to the intakes breathing in. I like listening to the exhaust, make sure everything's running right. Always looking at my gauges. It feels like I'm in an actual sports car. They're both gram lights. They're 10.5 in the rear. In the front, they're 9.5. In the rear is 275 40/18s. In the front's 255 40/18s. All I've done for handling was D2 coilover, GT spec all strut braces, sway bars, all the bushings all done up to it. I actually got the solid rear subframe bushings. I'm gonna install probably like next week or in 2 weeks. I'm gonna install them. So that's pretty much it. As in motor-wise, all I've done was still-in Gen 3 intakes. I have still-in headers, shorties. I have Burke test pipes, Tomei white pipe, and I have an engine canister in the back. And I also have a AMS crank pulley. Also my tune. I always get accused that I'm on the nitrous and unforced induction, but it's all NA. It's power to weight ratio, so that's all it is. I could say it's factory free. I could say it's a healthy motor. Somebody might have torqued a couple of screws a little bit too tight or something, but it feels good. Like, it's a factory freak. What could I say, you know? It's just, it's fast. A lot of people are surprised with my car. They're always amazed what cars I beat and how fast it moves. The biggest upset, I think, was racing the M3, the new M3s with intake and exhaust. I actually raced two of them. Both of them were together. And I raced two M3s, and I got both of them at the same time. And I could tell you, he was pretty sad that day, I bet. My first tune was at Church's, and they actually tuned it on a dyno pack, and I took out 330. After that, I drove it for a couple months, and then I had one of my buddies, Saul. He actually he tunes cars now too. We did a street tune. We jumped on the freeway, did a couple pulls, and it moved way better. After that, he's kept on tuning my car. Every time I got something, I would go to him and hook up the computer to it, do a couple pulls on the freeway, and then just dial it in, and it's at where it's at right now. The fastest time I had at Irwindale Speedway on street tires was 8.4. That's the fastest time I've had. On slicks, I know I could drop it at least to 8.2, maybe 8.1. Keep in mind, Irwindale's an eighth of a mile, so it's not quarter mile, it's eighth of a mile, it's a little bit shorter, and 8.4. A4 is pretty good. It's pretty impressive. Everybody was impressed with my car at 8.4 for on street tires. Every time I think about Nissan, I always think about the heart of Japanese muscle. That's what I think about Nissan. My dad, every time he sees me like wrenching away, like on my car right here in my backyard, like he always looks at me and he's like, "You're crazy." He's why don't you just take it to a mechanic, let him fix it? I was like, no, like I want to fix it my own, you know? I take it apart, put it back together, like that's what I like doing. When you work on your own car, you get that satisfaction that you spent 2 or 3 hours doing this, you got cut, you bled for your car, you got dirty for your car, and after you're done, you take it around the block and you feel closer to your car. After this motor is done, I might rebuild it one more time. A little bit higher compression piston. To be honest with you, the road feels like a track to me. Like it just feels one big old track and my car is the big toy. That's how I feel it.